Good evening, everybody. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero outside in more snow. So, today was a very interesting day with this weather. It looked like it was only maybe 30, 40 miles that caused a blizzard to just rain. So, I have a couple friends in a little bit more of the mid Hudson Valley once you get into Sullivan, Ulster, Dutchess, and then a little bit more south of that, even in Orange County. There's blizzard. Sullivan County has a blizzard warning going on, and that was with whiteout conditions. So this is something that's very, very odd with this storm, but it's something that's also very challenging. So right now, it's pretty much just snowing where I am. Maybe an hour ago, it was all rain. So this is something that's changing very, very quickly. And some things I'm thinking cause a bit more snow to go a little bit more south have to do with the winds. So the way rain really works, even during the summer, rain starts as snow. Even if it's 80, 90 degrees Fahrenheit at the surface, up in the atmosphere, it's still below freezing. And then that starts as snow and then gets through that very warm layer and then melts and then becomes rain. So that's essentially what happened today. It all starts as snow. And then it was, in some areas, was supposed to even turn to rain before and then hit the ground. Got some snow falling on my camera there. But that was supposed to happen in some areas that got a little bit more snow than we anticipated. And what I'm thinking is with these winds, the snow velocity, I would call it, came down much faster than anticipated. And with this forced snow, it didn't have time to melt as it normally would. So that's what caused it to just kind of rush down as snow when it was supposed to be rain. And that's kind of something I thought was very interesting throughout all of this. Now, the snow going on right now, I'm in the lower Hudson Valley, and the lower Hudson Valley is going to be kind of that little freezing line area. Once you get a bit more south, going into the New York City area, some areas in Jersey, that was seeing areas of rain, and especially on the Jersey Shore, Manhattan area, anywhere around New York City near the coast, and going out into Long Island, South Shore. There goes a little snowflake there. Going out into any coastal region, so the South Shore, North Shore, Long Island, southern coast of Connecticut, even going out into the Boston area. There's going to be coastal flooding issues, especially the high tide cycle tonight. With high tide and a lot of wind being driven in and the rain, there's going to be maybe 3 feet, possibly even a little bit more than 3 feet of waves coming in. So that's something you really have to be careful with if you do live on a bit more of a coastal area. So now overall, for the rest of the night, it looks like this is still going to be going on for a few more hours. And this is going to be pretty much ending, I'd say, between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. for the precipitation part of it. The wind is still going to be with us. So going into tomorrow, I'm going to call it partly cloudy, but the winds are still going to be around. We're still seeing the 20 to 40 mile per hour winds, maybe gusting up to about 50. But not as bad as today, but still very windy. There's still also power outages, and that's another thing to talk about. I think it was Rockland County in the lower Hudson Valley had over 10,000 customers that had lost power. Orange County had 7,000. I think Westchester County had something like 4,000 or 6,000. So there's still a lot of power outages that are going on with this just because the strong winds are knocking down branches, which are taking down power lines. Thankfully, I have not had anything yet, so that's something that is a possibility as well. Now, I'm going to step off camera here for a second, as I am very careful not to slide. Looking out over the balcony here, there's quite a bit of snow coming down, and you can see these trees really, really starting to move in the background. So the wind is that's going to be the big factor. Even if you take away all the snow, the wind is going to be the biggest issue. So also with the snow on the roads. Now, if you remember, even though yesterday's video, the last video was kind of a disaster, I still was able to get that little bit of a thermal shot through. And the thermal showed the roads were warmer than the surrounding areas. So that's why, even looking around the corner here down the block, it's snowing and there's snow accumulating on the grass, but on the roads it's not really accumulating, it's just really wet. That may change, especially in untreated roads where we're dealing with what looks like freezing, refreezing overnight. So please be very careful with that. This is a nor'easter by all definition, no matter what type of precipitation it is, which is essentially winds coming out of the northeast. That's the basic definition of a nor'easter. So now this is the weekend outlook, so I'm going to step off to the side, put up my weekend outlook forecast, and with this, it's looking better. It's still going to be cold, so Saturday, I am calling that partly cloudy. Still, those temperatures are not really getting out of the 40s. I'm going to stay right around those upper 40s. Cold in the overnight hours, but tomorrow is still a windy day. You please have to be careful with that. Going into Sunday, the winds start to die down a little bit, but we're still dealing with 10 to 20 mile per hour winds, and the temperatures are a tad bit cooler, so still right around the low to maybe mid 40s. So overall, it's a dry weekend. It's not the best of weekends, but it's still going to be better than today. So let me take that down. And I don't want to stay out too much longer because my camera is getting very wet, and the studio camera I'm using is not a water-resistant camera. So overall, this weekend's going to be looking better than today. Today is just a horrible day overall, but I hope you guys stayed safe. And please always have a little preparedness kit. You definitely want to have some sort of flashlights, batteries, non-perishable foods, just in case you do lose power. Because even though tomorrow is going to be dry, there is still a good chance that there could be some power outages. So again, that pretty much wraps up this video. I'm going to head inside and start drying out now. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero. Please stay safe throughout the rest of this and with the winds that we'll be carrying into next weekend. And one more quick little side thing. We're going to have a little teaser into the 7-day. Nice start to the week, but maybe another snowstorm on Wednesday for the Northeast. We'll talk more about that coming up over the next couple of days, so hit that subscribe button below and the little bell icon right next to that so you get notified whenever I upload another video or even I go live. So again, have a great evening, everybody, and please stay safe through this.